Alright, so today we're going to work on brake pads. Brake pads on a big truck. And of course, for a CVSA inspection, these lug covers have to come off because they have to be able to see the lug nuts. So, there's that. I'll try to take what I can off my hand so I don't have the damage to the covers. Oh, they're pretty tight actually. Get a pair of pliers. Tri-foot tool. Best way I can see to take these off, shadow lock pliers. I just don't like using pliers because they scratch them up, but well, I had to come off anyways. Also a good time to check my hub fluids. Make sure that I got the full amount of fluid in my reservoir. Jack it up. told me it's gonna be short. Oh fuck. Big ass impact gun and big ass fucking hose. It out. First thing first is you need to press the caliper. Over that. Make sure that the caps are removed on both bolts so they don't blow it out. Alright. Get a smaller one. There we go. Two little guys. One big guy. Getting right in between the pad and the rotor. I don't really honestly think this thing's passable. pads don't look bad at all. I don't think this is the big pads. I think the big pads are just on the back. Let's big enough for that pad, you know? Those pads look like they still have... No, those pads still have life. Yeah. How am I supposed to put the big pads on here if it doesn't need them? I think don't need it. I don't even think it needs pads, to be honest. Huh? I don't even think it needs pads. What do you want? Just got fucking some pad left. Oh, I don't think it. Oh, I just gotta sign up that phone number. It's got a rotor, no crack. Good. Yeah. Not changing these ones, that's why I put the old ones back in. It's fine. However, I am going to put the whatchamacallit, squeak coating on them. Cap. I bought a bunch of them like this. Go.
Gato, you don't have extra bottom can for gasoline?
You need
one.
You need one? I think I got one here. Alright, so we're going to do the coating on these pads just to keep the squeal down. It tends to work good. I like to do it. I don't have to, but I already cleaned them up. You just spray this stuff on the back side. Nice even coat. Just like that. Dry. Let's just grab quiet. Do real quick because we're going to clean the fixture. I'm going to clean the rub pads here, and we're going to put some grease. Just a slight bit. Biggest problem with pads is you don't want the contamination. So you don't want to overdo the grease. And we'll clean these just using straight painter solvent. Solvent on a rag tends to work pretty well. And we'll do the same thing on the caliper too, because we'll clean that. And this is just cheaper than freaking buying brake parts cleaner. Caliper still looks good. Only see any flaws or defects, which is a good thing. A little bit of shit buildup, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Seals are still in good tack, so we're okay there. Alright, so that's pretty much cleaned up. I cap my solvent back off so it doesn't evaporate. And now the last two things before I put the pads back in is, one, grease. And personally, I like to keep these greased. But all you need to do is just a tiny little bit each end. Tiny little bit. You don't want to get it on the rotor. Obviously, grease is not good for a friction stopping surface. Okay. That. Now, real quick too, before I put the wheel back on, I'm going to put Dalpa anti-seize on each one of these. I take it, give it a good coat down. Definitely more than enough. The reason why I'm putting anti-seize on lug bolts is, well, you can't really torque shit to yield if there's nothing on it to keep it from stick binding, and bolts naturally want to do that. You want to stick bind. Now these don't have anti-seize, these actually have Loctite. I don't believe I have any more of in here. There is still a little bit on this, so I torque it, we should be alright. Okay. Pads are probably dry enough now that I can put them in. Even if they aren't, they'll at least go in place. Just do that. Same thing here. Just like that. Drop our caliper back down. Press in our slider. And I swear I just threw the bolt here. Yeah, I did just throw the bolt there somewhere. How the freak did I just put this? Damn it. There it is. Here's our bolt. I really wanted to test the Milwaukee out on these lug nuts, but I don't have a socket big enough for it. I don't want to use an adapter. These are 33 socket. So where are we sitting? We're sitting auto torque. This thing has an automatic torque settings. So we just give that a tap. The top one a tap. Make sure it's on there. Alright, that's on there. Alright. Done. We're done with this one. I feel like that would work out perfectly. I'm going to do a little bit of sliding. Let me throw this back in here for right now. I'm wondering where the hell my 1/2-inch wrench is. I think it's on the other side, because I remember the last time I used it was to pull somebody's spare out, which required me to wrench it by hand. But let me put that away for a minute. Okay. Wheel goes back on. These are heavy, so the best thing you can do is just rock them into place. And then what I like to do is just take a breaker bar or two. What I tend to like to do is use my foot. In this case, I'll use a block of wood. Let me spin the hub just a hair. Let me get lined up. Alright, take a pry bar underneath the opposite side, hold this side. You're going to lift on the pry bar. Yep, we got to get a little closer underneath, so E into it. Okay, spin these to line up, and then re-pry bar it. There we go. Alright, we're there. I just put fucking cow.
Record my dick and put in YouTube.
No.
Make money.
No, they actually might charge for that.
Say this one is on the reference.
It wouldn't be YouTube, buddy, that's Pornhub. But I thought you were already up there. Hey, hey, where are you going? I need the freak. Bring it. You fucking. Menso! Yeah. The guy that's being the freaking fun part of the day is him. He's the best mechanic we got. Oh Lord. Oh my God. All right, so I'm not gonna bore you guys with the other side. It's probably gonna be the same thing as this, but you get the general idea on heavy duty trucks. This is a medium-sized heavy duty truck. It's not a tractor trailer. Kind of the same thing, but and then again, it's a little different with air brakes too. You got it's all shoes on those with cam adjustments, and that's where you got to really get into it. The cam adjustment's got to be dead on. Either way, he's going to tighten down lug nuts on that truck. I'm going to hand tighten these because we still need to tighten them with the gun. And then as soon as he's done with the gun, I'll crank him down. I know there's a torque spec on these. It's 450 foot-pounds. But with a 1-inch gun, just stick it on there and crank them for a few seconds. Never had to worry about torque on that, as long as you gave them the good crank. They probably are tighter than they need to be, but then again, these studs don't tend to stretch very much either. Okay, just spin the wheel a tiny bit. Alright, so right now, actually what I can do is I can get it off the blocks. That I can do. I just won't be able to tighten it down until he's ready. So, there's two ways I can do this. One, I can just back up until the blocks basically fall apart, or I can do the same thing I already did, and that is to back up on top of that. Which is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna back up on top of it. It's hot as fuck out here. First things first is to remember, pump the brake pedal. And it just takes up the additional slack. Okay, reverse. I don't think we're going on on top of that board. Nope. We're sliding. So what's gonna happen here is, there we go. We caught it. Truck is running. We'll pull our homemade jack stand out of the way. but you guys never knew you could do that. It's a good way to make it happen. I'm just watching the other hood that's down. Alright. Whew, that AC feels good. It's like 90 degrees here today. A hot one. Alright. So the only thing I gotta do now is as a gun. Gotta go in. Come around, two poles. There you go, that'll work. Thank you, sir. Hey, I might be a shoo-in for YouTube. Yeah, buddy. All right, he's already got set to tighten, so put that sucker on there until they're good to go. I'll start with 3. Oh yeah, baby. So until she don't go no more.
Hey, don't fight contract. Gonna play busy.
I ain't breaking. I don't want to be that guy going down the freeway and have a wheel sitting on the road. You just have a hard time taking them off. Well, you need a bigger arrow. That's kind of the upside of that. That's why I go around. Second time and check torque. There we go. Last one up on top. There we go. We are done. Finished for right now.